What's good, everybody? It's John. I'm coming back at you on another video. So for this video here, I wanted to talk about pleasing people and to remind you that you can't please everybody. So just do what makes you happy, right? Focus on your own happiness first, because that is always what's going to be most important. And what's less important is trying to please everyone. Now, of course, you should do the right thing. You should focus on, of course, doing the things that make you happy, but doing things the right way, right? I encourage people to operate with morals and integrity, right? Doing the right thing. However, it doesn't matter how well you do things, because there will always be someone who is not a fan. There will always be someone, for whatever reason, that might dislike what you do, or just might not like you as a person, or just might not be happy with your service or your product. And that's okay, because you can't please everyone. For example, there are many restaurants out there that serve absolutely phenomenal food, right? That would have thousands of reviews, and yet no restaurant with that many reviews ever have a perfect 5-star rating. Even restaurants that are Michelin star restaurants, I'm sure, have had customers there that didn't enjoy the experience as much as they anticipated. Either they didn't enjoy their experience or didn't enjoy as much as they anticipated. It happens. That doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, right? It could just be that one person that just has a difference of opinion. You can be doing everything right. If we use YouTube as an example, you can be doing everything right. You can be putting out the best content. Say you're doing long form content or documentaries, and you put out an amazing piece of work. There's going to be someone out there who complains and says it's too long and that it should be shorter. So if you decide to just branch into short form content and do that instead, there's going to be people that will say, hey, your videos are really good. You should make them long. You should make them longer, right? This is what I mean. You can't please everyone. Everyone is going to always have an opinion. Now, of course, if there's a big bulk of people that share the same opinion, or the majority of people that share the same opinion about something, then of course that could be time for you to reflect if it isn't a good opinion, right? Like, if, say, you believe you're delivering, say you own a pizza shop and you believe you make the best pizza in the world, and every other person you serve, they have a negative experience with your pizza. Either it's too salty, or it's just not enough cheese or sauce, or it's just too plain, right? In a case like that, of course, then that's probably time for you to review your recipe and the product that you're serving, right? If so many people dislike what it is that you do. But it doesn't matter how well you do something, there will always be someone who is likely just not a fan of what it is that you do. And that's okay. You can still do something exceptionally well and not have everyone be a fan of what you do, right? That you won't be able to please everyone, and you can still do very well for yourself. I know that there will be people that come across my content that says my content is boring because I'm speaking into a camera. And then there's going to be people who send me messages of viewers who watch my content and are so inspired by what I have to say and the value that I provide, that they encourage me to keep pushing forward, because the content I'm delivering is not something that they normally come across on YouTube. Most of the stuff that they probably see on YouTube is either like drama news, or just strictly entertainment, or maybe sports, or whatever it is, that they may not come across uplifting content or videos that are closer to how YouTube genuinely is, where someone is just speaking behind the camera, sharing their thoughts, right? There's always going to be someone that has an opinion. There's always going to be someone that has something to say, and it's up to you to sift through those opinions, right? You can decide whether or not you want to accept something as fact or truth, or reject it, right? You have the power at all times. But I'm just here to tell you, of course, that you can't please everyone. So you want to first and foremost focus on what makes you happy. Now, if, back to the pizza example, if you're a pizza owner, and even if half of the people say your pizza's bad, but you're still happy with the pizza, if it works out for you, You can still keep the same recipe and you can continue doing that. Like, that's perfectly fine if everything still works out for you. But if you also want to continue elevating and you want that to change, where instead of it being a 50-50 good and bad reviews, that it's a 90-10, right? Then that's probably a lot better. And you can still continue making pizza and having fun doing that if it still improves the quality of your work, right? So, of course, not all criticism is bad. Like, obviously, constructive criticism is a good thing. But, like, I think what stops people from even getting started to begin with is their fear of not being able to please everyone. And you need to understand that that will happen. There's been people in my life, throughout my life journey, who, for whatever reason, probably just dislike me. It could be because they've had a prior experience with someone that did them dirty or did something wrong to them. And it could just be that I, for whatever reason, may have reminded them of that person. Whether it's that I might just look like that person or have something about my personality that reminded me of that reminded them of that person, right? And it could be something that I can't control, right? But I'm essentially experiencing negative opinions or the consequences from that person. And it's something that I didn't do anything wrong for. You know what I'm saying? Like, that happens for each and every one of us, right? That's life. It's okay, right? There's going to be people out there that are just not fans of your work and what you do. That's fine. There's no need for you to be discouraged. There's going to be people who might leave negative comments or reviews. If those don't happen often, or if there isn't any truth to it, right? If you believe there's not any truth to it, then that's okay. You don't need to give it attention or power. You can disregard it. There's always going to be someone that isn't a fan of you or what it is that you do, no matter how well you do things. That's just the reality of it. And people are going to have opinions. And one thing you need to understand about opinions, of course, everyone has one, and there doesn't need to be any truth for someone to have that opinion. They could have that opinion just because they feel like it or because they want to. That's okay, right? So you don't need to be discouraged. You want to focus on what makes you happy, because your life is yours to live. And that's what you should be prioritizing all the time. Your own happiness, right? Because I can't tell you what you should be doing to make, I shouldn't be telling you, giving you direction, say you need to be doing XYZ, because only you have your own unique view and perspective on life, and you have your own preferences that you've created in your life for what is fun and enjoyable to you. That's going to be different from person to person. So I can't just tell you what you should be doing. Other people shouldn't do that either, and you should understand that they should have the power to do that over you too, right? I understand the desire to want to please everyone, right? Because everyone, I would like to think most people want to be liked, want to be appreciated by everyone, but that just won't be the case, right? And that's all right. What's most important is that you should want to be appreciated by the people that matter. And you'll come to realize that if you decide to begin building something or working towards something, right? Those people that are meant to be in your life will appear, right? Of course, you already have, hopefully, friends and family that are already in your corner. But, like, for the other people in your life, those people will eventually appear. Those people that are in your corner, they exist. They're walking this earth, right? They will appear when the time is right. Just why you shouldn't worry. There's always going to be doubters. There's always going to be naysayers. Don't worry about that. Don't give it attention. Focus on what you have going on, because you're destined for greatness. People question whether or not they're great. And it's like, you are great. You've always had greatness within you. Just most people suppressed it because they didn't believe that they had it within them. They've never developed the confidence or the trust or the belief to just go after it. But you've always had greatness within you. It's just whether or not you want to embrace it and allow it to flow, allow it to show in your life. Okay? So once again here, whatever it is that you're pursuing, dream, goals, aspiration, doesn't matter if you're trying to, be a restaurant owner. It doesn't matter if you're trying to be a musician. It doesn't matter if you're trying to be a content creator. It doesn't matter if you're trying to climb up the corporate ladder. It doesn't matter if you're trying to just to be a teacher, right? Just still put your best foot forward. Still give it your best effort, because that you can control. The desire to always try to get better, that you can control. Your happiness, that you can control. How other people think and feel about you, that's none of your business. So that's why you can't please everybody. What people think about you is none of your business. So if they do decide to share that information of how they feel, if you believe there's some truth to it, then you can accept that as constructive criticism, improve, and then keep going. If it's not, then you don't have to worry about it, because people will always have an opinion, regardless if there's truth to it or not. Just a reminder here, focus on what you have going on, and just remember that your life is yours to live, and you should do what makes you happy, because ultimately that's what's most important. Your life, because that's what you'll remember. Those experiences, the journey, that's what you'll keep and take with you. So that's why you should always do what makes you happy first, and always prioritize that. So this wraps up the video. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like and subscribe, as I will be posting more content very soon. So once again, guys, this is Joel, and I'm out. See you guys for the next video.